of Persia fan. I love Prince of Persia. Uh, but when I got to this one, I was a little bit disappointed because of the way they went. The gameplay in this game, though, is great. The story's great. It's just I wasn't a big fan of the graphics and how they tried to change the way it was. And I don't know, I kind of like the old, kind of like bulky player that ran around the map and did all these jumps. And now you got this like new redesign to him, and I wasn't too fond of it. It still is a Prince of Persia game. You're going to play it, you're going to be like, oh, this is Prince of Persia, without a doubt. You're going to know what it is. You're going to play it, the controls are going to be familiar, you're going to know what you're doing. It's just my personal opinion. So I'd have to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. So, I got this at GameStop for $30, by the way. Next one is Golden Axe. It's an RPG. For those of you that don't know, RPGs are one of my favorite style of games. It's an RPG. There's really not much to say about it. It's not turn-based. It's, open world, open-ended world. You go around, you kill your monsters, you level up, you get your items, you get your spells, yada yada yada. Overall, I'd have to give this one probably a 7.5 out of 10 because it is a good RPG, but it lacks some elements. I don't know if I told you, I got this for $20 at a GameStop. Next one. Lost Planet Extreme Condition. It's made by Capcom. It's a third-person shooter. It's really unique in the fact of it's not like a lot of shooters where you just kind of have to shoot your way through everything. You do have a thermal bar you gotta keep out a watch for. If your thermal bar gets too low, you will die because it's extremely cold out. So you gotta make sure you're watching that as you're battling through. As for fast pace, I wouldn't say it's too fast pace. It's about medium. It's fast paced at certain points, but at other points it can be really slow. I'm gonna have to give this one an 8.5 out of 10, and I picked this up for $50 at a GameStop as well. Next one for Xbox 360 as well. Dark Messiah. Might and Magic Elements, by the way. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. It's an RPG. If you guys have ever heard of the RPG Champions of Norath, this game plays very, very, very similar to that. It is a first-person RPG, though. Those of you that are familiar with Oblivion, you will know what I'm talking about. It's first-person RPG, but plays like Champions of Norath. You level up your stuff, you get new weapons, you acquire them. Certain classes can use certain weapons, certain classes can't. It's a really good game. I'm really enjoying this one. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm about, I'd say, 2 to 3 hours into this game. But so far, based on my 2 to 3 hour gameplay, I'm going to have to give this one a 9 out of 10, just because they really do everything well. They just really do everything well. There's nothing else to say about it. The story is good so far. You're basically, where I'm at right now, you're basically delivering a crystal to a wizard, and the wizard wants a skull, and he's going after it to get it because it possesses powers. And you're helping him along the way. For those of you that don't know what Champions of Norath is, you should know what Baldur's Gate is. Baldur's Gate, this is what this plays like as well. This plays extremely close to Baldur's Gate, only in a first-person mode. So if you like RPGs, go ahead and try this one. I got it for, I don't remember if I said what I got it for, but I think I got it for like $30 or some dollars at a GameStop or something like that. Can't remember quite exactly on that one. Next one, Oblivion for Xbox 360. Another first-person and third-person RPG, open world. You can make it third-person if you like third-person RPGs, or you can make it first-person if you like first-person. I prefer third to first, but that's just how I play. You level up your characters, you level up your stuff, you get magic, weapons, you got two-handed blades, daggers, swords, short swords, bows, all kinds of stuff. You get magic. You're basically on your road to your own destiny in this one. Overall, though, I'm going to have to give this one a 10 out of 10 for RPGs, because this is a really good RPG. I got this brand new when it came out for 360, $60 at a GameStop. Next one. Anybody that has an Xbox 360 and does not have this game needs to turn off their Xbox 360, throw it in the trash, and throw all their games away. This game is probably the most well-known 360 game out there, and it's probably the most popular. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it is Gears of War. Gears of War franchise in general. Gears of War 1 was amazing when it came out. It was way ahead of its time in graphics, way ahead of its time in story mode. The gore, the language, the story, the graphics, everything is over the top in this game. It is a 10 out of 10. It is one of the best shooters I've ever played in my life. I love the game to death. It's co-op, it's raunchy, it's fun. You have two people you can play it with. When you play it with two people, it's fun. You have an immense amount of fun. You just chainsaw the shit out of everybody, or just blow the shit out of everybody. Whatever you want to do, this game's where it's at when it comes to shooters. Oh, I got that brand new, by the way, when it came out on 360, $60 at a GameStop. I did transfer over to the Greatest Hits edition though, just because it came with more stuff. So, next, again, you don't have this game, you're retarded. Gears of War 2, same as the first one. Graphics, story, gore, language, everything over the top. There is nothing bad you can say about these games. There really isn't. The only complaint I could ever think of would be online, and that's everybody just rolls in shotguns. But I don't play online on this game because online on this game, in my personal opinion, is not what I would expect from an online. I know it's a big online game. I know a lot of people play it online, and it's probably going to hurt some of your feelings, but I'm sorry, it's just not my forte of online game. I do like Horde mode in this one. The first one did not have Horde mode. This one had Horde mode. Horde mode is probably one of my favorite things to do on this game. You get 2 people, 4 people, 6 people, whatever you want to do. Online, offline. You get people together. You play Horde mode. You go as far as you possibly can. And it's just an immense amount of fun. Story mode on this, Epic Games makes it, obviously. This is a very good game. I do have one thing to say about it, though. If you are a young kid or someone that's trying to convince their parents to let you play M-rated games, don't pick this one up. Because they will look at it, they will shit themselves, and they'll tell you you're a retard and you're not allowed to play it. So, do not pick this one up if you're trying to convince them. Otherwise, if you're allowed to play them, pick them up. I've been playing M-rated games since I was about 6, 5. M-rated games have never been a problem in my family. When I was little, if you got violent, you got them taken away, but I'm over 18 now, so I do what I want. Good game. Get it. And my last game that I have right now is an RPG I heard a lot of mixed reviews on. It went either one way or the other. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was either you liked it or you hated it. And that is Nier. I like this game a lot. I was super surprised with it. When I bought it, I was like, I'm a little bit iffy, because I've read some reviews and I'm like, I'm either going to be on the fence, or I'm either going to be hating it or liking it. So I ended up loving it. It's not turn-based. It's your daughter gets infected. You have to try and save her. You fight every day to save her. There's a book that haunts you that tries to get you to join forces with it, and you can join forces with it, and then eventually you go ahead and, well, I joined forces with it. So far I've joined forces with it, and you get extra power that way. You gain more power.